Music is everything. Music is soundtracking my day. My name is Kiran, and Kiran in Hindi means first ray of sunlight in the morning. And so even from when I was young, I used to always gravitate towards like yellows and oranges and these bright, brilliant, pretty colors. I also think in terms of the music and the message that I'm sharing, yellow is the future. It's like a new horizon. It's a new way of thinking. It's hope. It's innovative. I grew up playing drums in New York City and have toured with Thievery Corporation and M.I.A. More recently, I got to play with some of my heroes, TV on the Radio, and Kehlani and Lizzo. And now I produce and perform my own music that addresses themes of gender liberation. I often say that my music is like electro-feminist music. It's uplifting percussive anthems. I play Istanbul Agop cymbals, I play DW drums, I play LP percussion, I play Pro Mark sticks. Well, actually what was happening is I was playing always my drumsticks upside down, just because I prefer the weight, the heavier side falling when I'm playing live. Because already there's so many electronics going on, so I just wanted the drums to sound really heavy. And then I noticed that they make double butt sticks so that you can have the weight on both sides. And so we did a custom Madame Gandhi Own Your Voice drumstick. I've tried many drum heads over the years, and I really have landed on these Onyx black heads by Evans. They have this kind of fatness to them. On my mics, we use Telefunken M81s. I produce on Ableton Live with a bunch of different Moog synthesizers. Right here I have an 11-inch tom. I have a 12-inch secondary rack tom, a 13-inch snare with a 6.5-inch depth, because I like the kind of firecracker like belly but like a snap to it, and then a 15-inch floor tom, and then a 20-inch kick. This right here is a sweet crash. It's a traditional thin crash, 16-inch. It's very light and splashy. It dies really quick, which I love. Right over here is a 18-inch brighter and thicker crash, which offers sort of an alternative to the one that dies quickly. And then this is a hand-hammered ride cymbal. And in 2014, I actually went out to the Istanbul Agop factory in Turkey and watched as these amazing craftsmen literally sit there hand-hammering each of the cymbals. And I think for me, that's also really important. I like stuff that has, as I say, love energy in it. Someone's really there caring to make a product that sounds incredible. The coolest thing about this drum kit right here that no one knows is that this is my first ever 7th grade drum set that I got from my father and mother as a gift when I first started learning how to play the drums. And I just couldn't let it go. Like, she's done me right, you know, over the years. So I thought she's the perfect drum kit to repurpose to use for sensory percussion, which does require a fairly honest live drum setup, but on top of which you use silent heads, which are mesh, and then overlay sensors that read the magnetic vibration of how you play and then translate it to MIDI information, which then maps to an audio sound that you hear. So when I started getting into producing my own music, one of the best tools that was out there at the time was this company called Sunhouse making this technology called sensory percussion, which allows you to play all types of interesting notes and sounds, but right from your drum set. And by nature of taking a drum groove but then playing a synthesizer is a very unique approach to music that will create beats and sounds and melodies that probably wouldn't exist otherwise. So a computer is randomly selecting notes in a key up here on the tom. So every time I hit it, it's a different note. Same for the lower tom. And as the player, it's really your choice if you want to have the sounds of the actual drum come through, or if you really want to play quiet and just let the electronics speak for themselves. I like to put a snare on my snare drum. This is a firecracker snare, because I think it is cool to have both the beat underneath as well as the electronics. So. I love choosing sounds that keep the kick and the snare as a pretty traditional drum set sound. You know, you're getting like an 808 kind of kick sound and then a classic snappy electronic snare, but that then use the rack tom and floor tom in a melodic way. I think with ear, you want to choose the thing that allows you to do your job best. I love things that allow me to feel comfortable no matter what the situation is. I can deliver the message. I can talk about these really complex issues to an audience who's thirsty and curious to hear more. I think it's on each of us to recognize what it is that we're good at and use that thing to make a difference.